We are going live. I believe we're live. Hey guys, what's up? How are you guys doing? My name is Jose Garcia. First of all, I want to say thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for joining us on today's hangout. It's going to be an awesome hangout, and I have my good friend, my business partner from the UK, Mr. Karen Brown. Say hello, Karen.
Hey guys, I'm happy to be here with you guys, man. We're gonna serve pure value to you guys. So yeah, man, we're gonna make it a great one.
Yeah, it's gonna be an awesome hangout, guys. Right off the bat, I want to apologize a little bit. I'm a little bit sick. I'm sorry. You know, the weather's changing now. It's cold, and yesterday I was on I went to play softball at like 8 o'clock at night, so that probably didn't help, right? So now I'm sick. I got my little Theraflu here, so I'll be sipping on this as we go on the hangout. But that's the beautiful thing, right? We don't have to call in sick. We could just make these hangouts and just still give value, even if we're a little bit sick, because as you guys know, we're real. We get sick too, right? So we get sick too. All right, guys. So today, we're going to go ahead and we're going to discuss chapter 5, which is going to be specialized knowledge. Let me see where the chapter is. Okay. So specialized knowledge. You want to go ahead and get things started, Karen, or you want me to break the ice?
Yeah. Go ahead, bro.
Okay. So this chapter, as it's titled, it's talking about specialized knowledge, right? Something that I really liked about the book was that it talked about the professors in colleges and universities, right? The fact that it says right here, most of the professors have but little money. They specialize on teaching knowledge, but they do not specialize on the organization or the use of knowledge, right? Have you ever noticed that, like for me, I went to Fresno State and I graduated and stuff about a year and a half ago. And I noticed that a lot of my professors, like, they knew a lot of information. But now something that I learned from this book was that they didn't really have the means to apply that information. Okay? So whenever you're doing something, my friend, it's really, really important that you're able to apply it. Right? It doesn't matter if you're like Albert Einstein, right? And you're super, super smart and you have all of this knowledge, all of this information, all of this wisdom. But if you don't apply it, then what's the use for it? It doesn't matter. Right? So you have to be able to apply whatever, specialized knowledge, whatever you're into, right? It talked here about another example that it gave was Henry Ford, right? Henry Ford at one point in time, he was taken to court. He was trying to sue some newspapers because they said that he was an illiterate, he was an ignorant type of person, right? And the lawyer, what he was doing is he was asking questions that were just, like pointless. It was questions that, it didn't matter if you knew them or not. And Henry Ford, what he did was that he told that lawyer, he's like, you know what? It doesn't matter if I don't know those type of things because on my desk, I have a row of buttons. I just push one of those buttons and I get the answer of whatever question I want, right? Because for me, what I'm doing is I'm devoting my life and my knowledge to automobiles. See? So he was really smart because he specialized just on cars. And he applied what he knew. He built cars, he engineered them. And then, he put America and, a big part of the world on wheels, right? Mm-hmm. So he didn't have to know all of this general knowledge. What he did is he specialized on a particular knowledge, and that made him wealthy, right? That made him really, really successful because of what he did. Okay, Karen? So Go ahead and share a couple of golden nuggets about, the specialized knowledge and stuff that you learned from the book.
Yeah, well, first of all, just to kind of touch upon what you were saying about like Henry Ford and stuff, he kind of like, he specialized in this one form of knowledge, like, through automobiles. And obviously he found it irrelevant to kind of learn other things in a specialized manner because he didn't need to. And it's kind of like that with my life. It's like as you go through school and stuff like that, they kind of teach you, oh, you need to learn all these different subjects. But then it's like really and truly, you don't really need to learn all of the subjects. You just need to learn what you want to specialize in, really. And that's kind of like where I think that I sort of went wrong, and I sort of learned from that, because it's like I in school I felt like, it's like I felt kind of confused at which one to learn and which one to kind of stick with, because it was like, you know, you're getting thrown all these different subjects at school, and it's like which one's the best one, which one should I go with, which one should I stick with? Do you get what I mean? So it's like I ended up only kind of doing sports, and kind of because I enjoyed doing sports. It was like, you know, it was kind of a cliche thing to do, but it was, you know, I enjoyed it so far. I'm gonna stick with it. And it's like going back to what I was saying with like Henry Ford. Sorry, it's like really you only need to focus on one thing that you're kind of doing. So it's like if your business is automobiles, then just focus on automobiles. You know what I mean? You don't. It's like it's irrelevant him learning all them questions that they asked him when he doesn't need to know them. It doesn't serve a purpose in his life. Do you know what I mean? So there was no need for it. But I'm gonna share a quote out the book that I got. Well, not a quote, just a passage out of the book that I'm gonna read that I think I like. It says, "Knowledge will not attract money unless it is organized and intelligently directed." So it's like through practical plans of action to the definite end of accumulation of money. So basically, it's just saying that basically, if you have knowledge and you don't kind of apply the knowledge and, you know, apply it in a way of, you know, kind of trying to monetize it and learning how to monetize that, you know, knowledge that you have, it's like it's not going to happen. And that's the thing. A lot of people have a lot of knowledge, but they don't know what to do with it. Just like score, because it's like you see a lot of people, you get people that are like, you know, don't have much money at all, that have a lot of knowledge and know a lot of things, but they don't really do anything with that knowledge. Do you get what I mean? So it's like, that's kind of like what I thought, what I took from that little passage there, and just kind of, you know, use your money, use your knowledge, sorry, and use it for a purpose, and kind of, you know, monetize it. Learn how to monetize it if you don't know already. So yeah, man, you got anything you wanted to add on to that?
No, man, it's just. Hold on, let me save this thing. I think I'm echoing a little bit. I'm not sure why. There we go. That's better. Okay. No, man, it's just you know, it's just like you know, like we've been discussing about Henry Ford. If you guys think about what you do for a living, or what you really want to do for the rest of your life, go after it. Okay, go after it, and then just focus on that thing. You know, Henry Ford, like we said, he just focused on cars. That made him wealthy. That made him extremely wealthy, first of all. And, you know, what that did was that he didn't have to worry about, you know, maybe the light bulb, right? Edison was doing that stuff. You know, he didn't have to worry about anything else. He just focused on his main thing. So for us, you know, like for me and Karen, what we do is we do online marketing, right? That's our thing. That's what we love. That's what we are passionate about. That's what we focus on, right? Is online marketing. And then from there, of course, there's all the different little branches of online marketing. You know, there's going to be people, there's going to be personal development, there's going to be products, there's going to be traffic, there's going to be all of this stuff, but it's still going to be under one umbrella, right? Like Henry Ford, you know, he had, you know, the body of the car, he had the tires, he had the axles, he had the engine, he had the transmission, you know, but at the end of the day, it was still just the car, right? For us, at the end of the day, it's the online marketing world, the entrepreneurial world, and that's what we have to focus on and specialize our craft, right? So instead of, you know, be dabbling in all these different things, just focus on one thing. For me, something that I learned, or something that just clicked for me when I was reading the book, is that, you know, like for us that we're an Empower, you know, and we have our own businesses, many of the times we don't go through our products, right? Like if I was to ask you guys right now, how many times have you gone through your products? If you say like maybe one, or I've seen a couple of videos, or you don't really know what you have, guess what? The specialized knowledge that you're supposed to know is in your products, right? I could be guilty of this, right? For years, I didn't go through my products. I just had them there. I was like, oh, yeah, I have the, you know, the top producer, and I'm going to make, you know, $350 when I sell it. And I was like, yeah. But now when I read this chapter, I was like, okay, I need to really dig in there, dig in that product and learn, watch those videos 3, 4, 5 times to really understand the specialized knowledge that I need that I can apply in my business to be successful, just like Henry Ford, right?
Yeah.
See, there's something, just give me a second. There's something else that I also wanted to share, and it said here on page 58, it says, before you can be sure of your ability to transmute the desire into monetary equivalent, you will require specialized knowledge edge of the service, the merchandise, or the profession which you tend to offer in return for the fortune, right? So we have to be able to, like I said, for us, we have to dig in our products. We have to specialize on what we do in order to be able to trade that into monetary equivalents, right? We're not just gonna be, there's no such thing as something for nothing, right? You can't just be like, oh, I'm a millionaire online, but you don't know how to drive traffic, you don't know how to create funnels, you don't know how to create capture pages, you don't know how to create, how to connect with people, how to train people, how to inspire people. You have to learn this stuff, right? So go ahead, Karen. I know you had something going, in your brain that you wanted to share with us.
Yeah, now just kind of touching upon what you were saying about the whole, learning your products and really specializing in your field. You know what I mean? It's like with that, like I kind of like it's like what you just said. I kind of had a kind of a wake up call to what I was doing wrong. It's like I went back to my products the other day. It was like probably about a week ago now. It's like I went over like the top producer formula, and I didn't really realize how powerful it was until I really went back over it. And it's like I realized it had all the missing gaps that I needed in my life. Do you know what I mean? For what I was trying to do and what I was doing, because I was so stupid to say, I was searching for this same information elsewhere when I had it right in front of me. Do you know what I mean? So it's like learning how to get traffic and webinars, doing webinars and stuff like that, and speaking to people. It's like all the information that I needed was in front of me in my field. I just didn't specialize in that knowledge. You know what I mean? So what I was doing, I was dabbling in everything else, like what you were just saying, and I was kind of like, learning here, learning there. I wasn't, you know what I mean? I didn't have a solid foundation of what I was doing. It was kind of like, I had to go back to what I was given originally and learn it from scratch. Not scratch, but just filling the blanks that I needed. And it really changed my perception on, how I do things and stuff like that. So it's like, yeah, man, it's definitely key to learn your specialized knowledge in the field that you're gonna go into, because it's like, it's like we wouldn't be able to give you value on the stuff that we're giving you value on now if we didn't learn it. Do you know what I mean? We're learning it because we're in this field. This is our field. It's like Jose, my man, said. He said that we're in this field. This is our field. We're like marketers. We learn this stuff, and we're gonna teach this stuff because we're here to teach. Do you know what I mean? So it's definitely key to learn your knowledge and learn and specialize in that knowledge that you're learning, for sure. Do you know what I mean?
For sure, brother. And like you said about the top producer, it's a powerful product that we have. Like I can tell you guys a little bit about it. On video one, what Dave does is he goes in and he talks about the different ways that people are marketing, right? The old school ways, going to hotels and meetings and having people at your house, the cookies and the punch and all that stuff. And he goes through and he tells you how difficult it is to build a business like that, right? And then he talks about the fact that he never gave up. He never quit. So if you watch that training 2 or 3 times, you're going to make the decision. You're like, you know what? I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to quit. Dave went through, 6, 7 years of crap. He struggled for a long, long time, but he didn't give up. Maybe that golden nugget, just that golden nugget right there, will help you be extremely successful, will help you become a millionaire. Never giving up. Because you watched a video, just one video from the top producer formula, the very first one, where Dave talked and he shared his story. And the golden nugget that I got from there was perseverance, right? Not giving up. I remember when I went to when I drove from Fresno to Denver, Colorado by myself. 17-hour drive by myself, there and back. When I stopped in Vegas, I had my little business cards, and I walked around the Real Hotel parking lot, up and down, like 3 or 4 stories, putting my little business card on cars.
That's powerful. That's exactly.
And it's stuff like that it's like,
you know what? The Golden Nugget alone there.
Yeah, like I went by myself, like it was just crazy. And that's my story. That's shit that, people can't take that from me, because I lived it. And because I went through that, I'm like, I'm not going to quit. I'm going to persevere because I went through all of that. And I didn't go through, like I said, walking 3 or 4 stories of parking lots, putting hundreds and hundreds of business cards in cars for nothing. Right? And now I'm so happy that I didn't because, I was just talking to Karen just last night when I was playing softball. I got a sign up, right? Like I got a new sign up and I was like, this is cool, but you have to persevere. That's something that I learned from the product, right? Video number 2, Dave talks about, and I don't want to give you guys all the golden nuggets, you have to go through the products yourself. But video number 2, Dave talks about the beliefs, right? The power of your beliefs and the way to align your beliefs with your goals and your dreams and your desires, and how to let go of the past, how to let go of crap that's not serving you, right? How to let go of your past struggles, of doubts, of fears. Just that video by itself, it's another gold mine, right? Because again, we always talk about this. Everything comes from the inside. Everything is about your beliefs, right? About the law of attraction, about your vibrations, about all this stuff. And you learn that in that product, right? So any golden nuggets out of the products, Mr. Karen?
Yeah, bro. Like I got a lot of gold nuggets from the whole thing. It's like I learned like Mr. David Woody South, like through the products, you can see how confident the guy is. He's so confident, it's unbelievable. Like he will look you dead in the eye and he will not blink. He's that confident. So I learned a lot about my own confidence from me kind of watching him, and kind of, he was powerful to be able to watch somebody else just be so, fearless, sorry, not fearful, fearless. You know what I mean? And it's like that alone just amazed me. It's like he was standing next to, Paul, and Paul's like top MMA guy, fighter, and he's you know what I mean? He got really emotional on stage, and it's like, do you get what I mean? It just shows like the power of influence and stuff like that, man. Because of Dave, man. Dave's a powerful guy, man. He's very powerful. He teaches very good content. Do you know what I mean? And very good.
And that's the beautiful thing, man. It's like one day, like he's our mentor, right? He's the person that we learn from. So imagine one day, Karen, you being able to look out into the eyes of one of your students and just look at them and be like, hey, you know what? You can do this. I believe in you. Why? Because you've seen the power that Dave has, and now you're the one that's able to do that, right?
Exactly.
So, yeah, like you said, in that training, it was just awesome, how he did it, and how also, how he talks about how to close people on the phone, how to talk to people on the phone, what type of questions to ask, to close more sales. All of this, again, it's so much golden nuggets in there that you just have to, like I said, you have to watch one video 2 or 3 times to really understand it. And it's always good to keep going back to learn, right? That's something else that I learned from the book right here. It says on page 60, successful men in all callings never stop acquiring specialized knowledge related to their major purpose, business, or professions. See that?
That's powerful.
That is it's amazing. I highlighted it in pink. That's how powerful.
I got that highlighted as well. That same.
That's cool. How we have the same stuff highlighted. Because it just catches our attention. It's just, that's the beautiful thing. Like, never stop learning. Like we talk about this book, and we're gonna keep going back to this book. Then we're gonna move on to another book, and we're gonna keep doing these hangouts. But hey, maybe in a year, we're like, hey guys, let's jump back to Think and Grow Rich and read it again. Why? Because the second or the third or the fourth time that you go through something, you're going to find something in you, or you're going to learn something that you didn't see the first time or the second time, right? So the
I've listened-
power of repetition, and that's what specializes your knowledge. Go ahead,
yeah,
Kev.
of course, man. Like, it's crazy that you say that, because it's something that's happened to me a few times. I've listened, like, certain times I've listened to, you know, something about 3 or 4 times, and it's like the 4th or 5th time I picked up something totally new, and it's like, how come I didn't hear that the first time or the second time, 3rd or 4th? Do you get what I mean? It's like sometimes you just, it could be where you are in life as well. Do you know what I mean? Because sometimes, you know, when you read something or you listen to something and you're not really at that kind of point in your life, so you don't really pick it, it don't stand out to you. Do you know what I mean? And then it's like, you may get to that point in your life and that part stands out for you. You didn't really see that part before or understand it. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, it's always good to go back and, you know, listen to things over and over again, like with repetition, like what Jose just said to you guys, man. But what I wanted to share with you guys is ways that you can gain knowledge, like from Napoleon Hill. To what Napoleon Hill teaches in the book, he's going to teach you ways that you can go ahead and gain knowledge if you don't know where to access knowledge, or you don't know the best places to access knowledge. But I'm going to share it with you. First of all, you need to decide the sort of specialized knowledge you require and the purpose for which it is needed. To a large extent, your major purpose in life, the goal towards which you are working, will help determine what knowledge you need. So with this question settled, your next move requires that you have accurate information concerning dependable sources of knowledge. The more important of these are A, one's own experience and education, B, experience and education available through cooperation of others, like what we're doing in our mastermind and stuff like that. C, like colleges and university, you can learn a lot of stuff from colleges and universities. Then obviously you got like D, public libraries through books and periodicals in which may be found all the knowledge organized by civilization. It's like a lot of people tend to, they don't take this into mind, because a lot of people think, you know, just because the library is free, it's not worth going to, or it can't provide me what I need. And do you know what I mean? They take it for granted, and you can find a lot of knowledge in the library. So go ahead and get yourself down to your library and, you know, get signed up with your library or whatever is needed. Also, E, say special training courses through like night schools and home study schools in particular, or even like internet courses maybe. And yeah, that's kind of all I got for you guys on gaining knowledge and where to access knowledge. But like, have you got anything you wanted to touch upon on that, Mr. Jose?
Yeah, man, it was I really like those things. I think one of the biggest ones for myself is just learning through experience, right? Just trial and error. Because like I've told you guys many times, you know, I struggled in this industry for over 5 years, right? But I didn't quit, and I learned a lot along the way. Now the beautiful thing is being able to share that with you guys, right? So you don't have to go through the same struggles that I went through. You know, you're gonna have your own struggles, you're gonna have your own things. But let's say instead of taking 5 years to reach success, you can do it in a year, right? Why? Because, you know, Karen or myself or Carlos or your mentors, what we're doing is we're telling you, hey, don't do that. You know, because if you do it like this, it may take you a year to realize that was the wrong path, right? That was the wrong way. It wasn't going to lead you to your goal. Here, bam, let's change your course a little bit and go this way. You're gonna stumble along the way because, you know, this is life, right? It's part of your journey. But you have to be willing to learn from your, like I said, from personal experiences, from your mentors. You know, like I said, for me, those are the two biggest things, you know, and especially from books. You know, like you know, we love this book, and I've said this many times. It's like Napoleon Hill studied 500 millionaires, over 500 millionaires, and he put whatever he learned from all of these people in the book. So again, these are our mentors, right? Andrew Carnegie, you know, Henry Ford is in a way our mentor, right? Because we learned about the specialized knowledge from Henry Ford, because he just focused on automobiles, and we're focusing on internet marketing and entrepreneurship. So that's kind of our automobile, you could say, right? If it makes any sense. Okay,
Yeah.
guys. So yeah, Karen, for sure. Something else, man, that I wanted, and like you probably saw me smile, and I was like, yeah, right. Whenever you brought this up, but it was something that you said when you talked about the fact that people don't value things that they don't pay for.
Yeah.
Right. Here's something right here that is really, really important. I highlighted, I put a couple stars on it. It says, one of the strangest things about human beings is that they value only that which has a price. Have you ever noticed? I know here in the U.S., we have public schools, we have, all that stuff. But have you ever noticed that people don't really value that because it's free?
Of course. I've seen it all. I've seen it happen many times. Just like over here in the UK, it's the same kind of procedure. People don't value it because it's free.
Yeah, man, and it's sad, but at the same time, it's kind of like it's reality, right? If people just give you things, you don't value it, and if you do, you don't take action on it, right? But let's say for example, if you were to buy a product, if that product cost you $1,000, I guarantee you that you're probably going to go through it, you're going to learn from it, and you're going to apply what you learned, right? Like it's like the same thing going to college. See, not everybody goes to college because it's not free anymore. I personally paid $6,000-$7,000 a semester, for everything when I was going to school. And yeah, I had loans and I had scholarships and financial aid and all this other stuff, but it wasn't free. And I value that because it's like, holy smokes, like I need to. This is an investment that I'm making in order to make more money when I get out of school and get a job. Which that was my mindset back then, right? See, but you always have to be able to, to invest in yourself, invest your time, invest money, invest in your products. And if you really want something, you're gonna make what you're gonna do whatever it takes to make it happen, right? I always tell you guys when I got started, I borrowed money from my mom to get my products. I didn't let the lack of money stop me. Because I knew that I had to do it. Something told me, hey, you know what? Just go for it. Just ask money. I asked my aunt for, $2,000. I asked an uncle for another $2,000, and it's just doing whatever it takes because I was going to value what I was buying and apply it. And now, like you guys can see, it's great because I'm able to reap the rewards, signing up new members and stuff, it's great, So go ahead, Karen.
Yeah, man. It's like what you're saying is bang on, man. It's like you gotta do whatever it takes when it comes to your business and making the right decisions, because obviously thought is instantaneous. Do you know what I mean? So if you think straight away this is worth doing it, go ahead with it, man. Definitely go ahead with it. But touching upon what you were saying about the products and stuff like that, and what was you saying about the products now? You was talking about how obviously things being free and people don't kind of value that, and it's like it's true what you're saying because like previously, like in the past for me, it's like I bought products that cost like $10 or even products that are free, and it's like I haven't.
Yeah, it's just like whatever.
Yeah, exactly. You start you skim through it and not really, like you said, you won't take action on it. Now, okay, and it's like then for example, if you buy a franchise like McDonald's, which is going to cost you hundreds of thousands to pay for, what's the chances of you just sitting around and doing nothing? It's a very low chance. Do you know what I mean? It's a very low chance that you're going to just sit around and do nothing. More than likely, you're going to get up and think, I want to make my money back because, I've just spent all this money. I want to make my money back. So it goes back to what you're saying about the whole value. If you got it free, you'd probably be more like, okay, no, I'll get to work in a week or two, maybe. Do you know what I mean? You just have this kind of laid back attitude. And it's like, that's like what I kind of got from what you were saying then about the whole free stuff, man. But it's powerful, man. You have to value things, man, because it's like sometimes you never, like I've had things that are free and I never went through it, and then like I went through it in the future from like after that, and it's like I realized I learned something from it. Just because I didn't value it at the start, I realized it had value in it. I just didn't value it at the start. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense? So it's like, yeah, man, definitely, you have to kind of value things, man. It's for sure. Do you know what I mean? Because we're giving you this, we're giving you this hangout for free, but there's loads of value in it. So
Yeah, and that's the thing, brother. Like how you just brought up right now, the hangouts. That's true. We're not getting paid for this. It comes from the bottom of our heart. Like I told Karen at the beginning of the hangout before we pushed the live button, I was like, Karen, let's make our intention for this hangout to give as much value as we possibly can, right? Let's have fun. Let's give some golden nuggets and let's make it happen, right? We're not getting paid for this. This is from the bottom of our heart giving you this. Now, if you're just like, whatever, it's just Jose and Karen doing the hangout and you don't value what we're giving you, it takes part of the effect of what we just talked about, right?
Exactly.
You have to value it. Us telling you and talking to you about perseverance and about, specialized knowledge and about all the stuff that we've been sharing with you, if you don't value that, there's not much we can do.
Yeah,
right? It's going to depend on you to take action on the stuff that we share. It's going to depend on you to go out there and be like, you know what? Regardless of the stuff that I'm going through, regardless of what I've been through, I'm going to persevere and I'm not going to let anything stop me. Just like Jose, just like Karen talked about in today's hangout. It was an awesome hangout. I'm doing it. And you're not going to quit ever.
Exactly, man. It's about you got to do what it takes, man. You got to do what it takes.
And that's the thing, or talking about investing and stuff. A lot of people hit me up on when I send out broadcasts and stuff, and you may be watching this email. I may send this hangout to the people on my list, and then the first thing they say, hey Jose, I don't have money to start, and I'm like, okay. Well, you know what? If you have the right attitude, if you have the right mindset, if you have that burning desire to make things happen, let's get to work. I'll start coaching you. I start talking to them about personal development. I start giving them a lot of value. Then from there, I get to see if they're really serious. Because if they're not going to take action on what I just gave them for free. Like, you know what? Do this. When you're ready, bam, jump on the trial for $7, bam, and start learning, start applying, and start getting results. Right?
Of course. That's what it's about. It's about learning, man. It's like you learn from my mistakes. I mean, for me, myself, like I went through a long period of, really procrastinating on the things I should have been doing. Do you get what I mean? I was doing that a lot. Like I was not doing the thing I was told, and it was simply laid out for me. I just wasn't doing it. It was like, I'd suggest you to learn from my mistakes of, don't procrastinate on the things that you should be doing. Definitely, man. If we tell you that you need to do this, it's for a reason. It's because obviously either we've created results from it, or we've made that mistake and we're teaching you the right way to do it. Of course, man. It's about doing whatever it takes, though. Serious.
Yeah, guys, and as you guys, we've been doing these hangouts for a couple of weeks now, and you guys know how we are, right? You guys can feel our energy. You guys can feel our sincerity, our honesty. We're not here telling you something that we're not doing. Right? If I say, hey, you know what? Listen to the Inner Circle every day, it's because I listen to the Inner Circle every day, right? I'm going through my products. I'm learning. I'm applying. Whatever I learn, I share it, or I send out a broadcast about what I learned, or I do something with that information. Why? Because I want to give you information. I want to serve you. Okay? But the thing is, like I said, if I tell you, hey, read, right? Read for 30 minutes. Listen to an audio, meditate, pray. These are the things that I do, right? I can just share with you what I do. I don't know what Karen does. Hey, meditate, focus on your goals, write your goals daily, write a blog post, just stuff like that. If you act on it, you're going to start getting results.
Exactly.
Right? Like Karen said, if you procrastinate, not much we can do, right? Like I can't, that great saying, I love that saying is, I can show you how to do push-ups, but I can't do them for you, right?
Exactly.
You have to do your own push-ups. Go ahead, Karen.
Yeah, it's just going back to what you said, man. It's that's what it's about, man. We can only give you the fuel if you're not gonna drive the car. You know what I mean? You're not gonna go nowhere. Just made that off of my head. I like it. Well, yeah, man, it's what it's about, man. But with me, a problem that I had, when I was procrastinating in my kind of, my journey, and I started procrastinating, I was doing the opposite of what I was told to do. It's like I weren't reading daily, because all these things are taught within our company, which is an amazing company. We're taught to read every day, daily. We're taught to listen to audios daily. These are all things that will inspire you. These are all things that will, you know, educate you, for you then to be able to pass on the knowledge that you're learning. Do you know what I mean? And this is all within our field. Do you know what I mean? Of marketing. Like, you learn how to, like I said, you learn how to read, you learn how to, or you're listening to audio, sorry. And you're just focusing on your mind. You have to focus on your mind, because the reason why it's so important to focus on your mind is because if you don't focus on your mind, what's going to happen is you may want money at the start, and you may start, you know, taking action a little bit, but then what's going to happen is you're going to get bored. If you're not getting results straight away, you're going to get bored, and then you're going to start slowing down. You'll start sending posts every week or two, and then you're going to start every 3 weeks and every 4 weeks, and you're just going to start slowing down, and you're not going to be able to make any results, because you just stop doing what you're doing. Do you know what I mean? And that's why it's important to work on your mindset and having the right mindset towards perseverance and consistency, and, you know, just taking action and being, you know, just knowing that it's a journey. It's a journey that you're gonna take, and it's not gonna happen overnight. We don't deal with you know, lottery tickets. You're not just gonna be rich overnight. It doesn't work like that. You have to put in some work and make it happen. And we're here to help you. Do you know what I mean? So I'm always here to help, and I know my man Jose is always here to help, and Mr. Carlos Ebanks is always here to help. So we got you guys covered, man. But yeah, going back to did something that you wanted to say, my brother? Jose?
No, man, just what you said. You know, it's you know, we're here to help you guys. That's the main thing. But like you said, you know, it's a journey, right? The journey to success is a beautiful journey. You have to value it. You know, it's so, you know, many of the times people just come in, or a lot of marketers or a lot of people out there are just saying, hey, make $10,000 by sitting on your couch and, you know, on your PJs and do nothing. Yeah. And it's just like, okay. See, those are the type of things that mess up the industry, that mess up the honesty and the realness of the beautiful thing, of the beautiful journey that you have to go through in order to be successful, right? We never tell you, hey, sit on your couch and do nothing, and you just sit there, play on your phone, your little video games, and you're gonna make $10,000 a month. No, right? Because that's not the way things work. You know, you have to learn. You have to specialize knowledge. You have to learn some specialized knowledge, and you have to take action, right? That is just as simple as that. Anybody can be successful. Anybody. But you have to be willing to go through it. You have to learn. You have to take action. You have to, you know, get up and persevere whenever you fall down, whenever things don't go your way. You're like, you know what? It's cool. I got it. Let me figure it out. Let me take some action. Let me send out an email. Let me do something with it. You know, like I had the same problem that Karen did, right? Not emailing my list. I went weeks without sending an email, right? And then when I did send it, I felt bad, because I'm like, these people probably don't even know who I am anymore, right? Just like every day, every other day, send out an email, say hi, give some value, right? Go ahead, buddy.
That's true, man. It's like you can't. You know, you can't, and this is the thing as well. This is another problem that I would suggest you don't do. Don't try to reinvent the wheel, because what will happen is you'll stray away and you'll get confused. Do you get what I mean? You will get confused. Stick with people that have done it, made the success that you want, learn from them, and then once you're successful, then you can maybe be a bit creative. Do you get what I mean? But don't ever try to reinvent the wheel at the get-go, because it's not going to work out for you. Do you know what I mean? It's definitely not going to work out for you. So I suggest that definitely. But I wanted to share a passage out of the book quickly. And it goes, the person who stops studying merely because he has finished school is forever hopelessly doomed to mediocrity, no matter what may be his calling. Now, the way of success is the way of continuous pursuit in knowledge. Now, basically, I brought that up because I felt like once you learn, don't stop learning, because even billionaires are still learning. So don't think that it's just, you know, people that are at the bottom, because it's always people that are making money are still learning. They're always learning and, you know, perfecting their craft. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, definitely, man, don't think that learning stops when you finish school, because it doesn't, man. You're always forever learning. I've learned the most things in my life, not from school, but from self-educating myself. Do you get what I mean? And that, and that's how much I've learned. I've learned like since I left school. I didn't really learn much in school. I learned a lot when I come out of school. So it's like, yeah, man. I just wanted to kind of share that with you guys. Definitely.
Man, I can definitely get passionate about this part, man. Yeah, I am with you 1,000%, man. You know, from school. Ask me a question about what I learned in school. I don't remember, right? I learned math. I learned how to read. I learned how to write a little bit.
You learn the basics
about geometry, about history, about social studies. I don't know.
Yeah.
Talk to me about even going to Fresno State. What did I learn? I learned a little bit about law. Because I was studying criminology, but I learned most when I got done with school. That's for me. That's when my education really started over the last year and a half. Why? Because I've been studying how to be successful. I learned about my mind. I learned about my inner self. I learned about how to treat people, how to love people. I learned about my products. I learned about the industry. I learned so much more out of self-development, like Karen said, than I ever did in school.
Exactly,
I'm gonna make more money out of the self-education that I'm giving myself, that I'm learning from my mentors, from Karen, from books, from audios, than from the 18 years of school that I went through.
Exactly.
And some people may not agree with us, right? Some people may be like, no, you got to go to school, you got to get a degree, you got to get a PhD, you got to become whatever. And hey, that's cool, that's just your opinion, right? But I'm telling you guys that for me, I know that the self-education that I'm giving myself, that I'm learning from my mentors, that's what's going to make me a millionaire. Not the social studies class that I took in college, right?
Exactly.
It's just the truth, right? It's just the truth, because we have taken ourselves out of that system that the entire world tries to put you in.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is going to school, getting a degree, getting a job, working 40 hours a week for 40 years of your life with 2 weeks of vacation.
Exactly. Living your life, paying for your mortgage. You know what I mean? And it's no good, man.
Every day.
Seriously, I wanted
for years and years and years, paycheck to paycheck. Same thing.
Exactly.
Same thing. And it's like, no, you have to step out of that, and you have to create your own economy. Don't be blaming the economy for whatever you do, right? Oh, I'm in debt, or I'm not wealthy. I don't have the things I want because of the economy. No. It's not based on the economy. It's based on your decisions and your actions, right? And I'm sorry if I'm kind of getting passionate about it, but I just love this. I'm just being real, and I'm being honest with you, and I'm telling you guys that you guys can do this. You have to be willing to do a couple of minor changes, to the way you do things, right?
Of course, man. It's like, for one, Thomas A. Edison, the guy who invented the light bulb, he had 3 months of schooling through his 3 months of schooling through his entire life. Imagine that, a guy that created the light bulb. Do you think you could just go create a light bulb just like that? You may have just finished school and you're just going to create a light. Well, you could create it, but you take specialized knowledge, do you know what I mean? And studying and really digging deep into what you're trying to do, do you know what I mean? Really digging deep. And also, Henry Ford, he had less than a 6th grade schooling, but he still managed to do pretty well, still wealthy. So it's like, it doesn't take learning all these different subjects. It just takes really focusing your mind on one subject and really learning it and really mastering your craft and really, specializing in that knowledge. Do you know what I mean? And you're good, man, from there, definitely.
Yeah,
because we don't know much about marketing, and we don't know who you are, who we're talking to. You get what I mean? Well, we don't know you guys, but I mean, it could be anybody, and you could have the most grades. You know what I mean? And
grade A's, 4.0 GPA.
You can have everything, and you still don't know the knowledge that we know about marketing. So it just, you know what I mean? It just shows like what can get you rich and what can't get you rich. It's like specializing your knowledge for sure.
And that's the thing, guys. And we're not here to tell you guys, that we're better than you. We're
Of
not
course.
here to tell you that, oh, I'm better than you. I'm not. I could look at you in this camera and tell you from the bottom of my heart that I'm no better than you. No. I believe that you can do this. I believe that you can make things happen. The only difference between you, me, and Karen is the fact that we made a decision to step out of that system and kind of do our own thing, kind of learn by millionaires, learn from people who have what we want. And we started from the bottom, right? I started over $25,000 in debt, jobless. Let me tell you my little summary of my story. I graduated from college, got a bachelor's degree. I didn't have a job, right? I was $25,000 in debt. What was I supposed to do? I literally had to borrow money from my mom to pay my rent for the next month. That's how crazy it was. And I'm no better than you, but that's just our start. Your start and where you're at right now doesn't determine your future. What matters is what you do today and every single day, right? Another thing, the last thing that we're going to go ahead and touch upon, let's go ahead and close it up already, Karen. We always say, hey, let's talk for 30 minutes, 45 minutes. That never happens. Oh, sorry, guys. All right, so it says here, I'm also trying to emphasize another point, namely that both success and failure are largely the result of habit. Go ahead and give us some golden nuggets on that, Karen.
Exactly.
Water.
Bang on. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it comes down to habit. If you're doing consistently things that are not gonna help you achieve your goals, it's not gonna help you in your favor. That will be your failure. Do you know what I mean? If you're doing consistently things that are gonna help your goals, you're gonna definitely be successful. It's just gonna be a matter of time. Do you know what I mean? It's gonna be a matter of time before you become successful if you do the right things and you put the right things in your life. Like my man Jose was saying, he gets up every day, just reading. He listens to his inner circle audios. He does, he prays. He does all these things. All these things will be the actions that he needs to become successful. Do you get what I mean? These are the things that are needed, and the reason why I say that is because these are the methods that have been proven to work for millionaires and for the results that we're trying to attain. So that's what he does. Just like me, I read every day, listen to my audios, and do that. All this kind of stuff. It's not just me and my man Jose. It's most millionaires. They do this. Do you get what I mean? So if there's any golden nuggets you could take from this, definitely get reading, definitely get studying, really specialize in the field that you want, and go for it, for sure.
Yeah, for sure, man. And like we said, guys, we didn't come up with this stuff. This is literally written in books, and all of our mentors, Dave, he's a ferocious reader. He reads and reads and reads for hours and hours a day, and he's a millionaire already. But why is he doing that? Because he wants to specialize even more on people and his company and how he can grow it and how he can reach his even bigger goals, right? So it's just little habits, guys. It's not the end of the world. It's kind of like, we always talk about reading and listening to audios, and that's it. Just start with those two basic things for 30 minutes a day. Do them both, and you're not gonna see a major improvement in a week, right? You're not gonna see a major improvement maybe in 2 or 3 weeks. But guys, if you do it consistently every single day, over a month, you're gonna start to see something happen in your life, and you're gonna be like, holy smokes, that Jose guy and the Karen guy and Carlos and those guys are into something. They're on something. And we are. Right? We're on to success. And that's what we love to share with you guys. So again, just create successful habits. Something that I don't do, which I don't know if you do it, and it's totally up to you, but is pay a lot of attention to the news, right? The media. I personally don't even watch the news. Why? Because the news has nothing positive to give ever, right? I give you guys I always like to give my little acronym or whatever of the news is never encouraging words shared. Never encouraging words shared. That's what the news stand for.
Exactly.
And it's crazy because sometimes I do hear it, you know, from people that are watching it or from somebody's phone or whatever, and they make it sound so appealing that it just draws you to it.
Yeah, that's what it's aimed to do.
Shocking. Today at 11, we're going to show you, and we're going to talk about the mass shooting that occurred in Fresno. 3 people got shot. Stay tuned
exactly.
till 11 o'clock. And like, woo, I'm going to stay till 11 o'clock to watch what happened. And I want the news. They make it so appealing, and it's crap. It's like shit. And that's why people are so attracted to it, because people that don't know, they're like, I just want to stay informed, right? I just want to be informed.
Exactly, man.
But it's not serving.
That's not going to help you in your life. That's not going to help you in your life. But listening to that negative stuff is only going to give you a negative mindset towards life, and you'll be very pessimistic. Do you know what I mean? So it's not ideal for you, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Well, any other last words, brother? You know, let's go ahead and close it down. I think we're close to an hour now. We may have passed the hour, but that's for me, guys. That's all we have. You know, I'm sure you guys gained some value from it. I appreciate your time. Thank you guys so much. You know, sorry if sometimes we get a little passionate, and you know, but we're real, right? We like to be real. We like to be honest with people, and sometimes, you know, we may need a little bit of tough love, and people have to tell us how things are, right? You know, so that's all we have. That's all I have. Like I said, I love you. Thank you so much. And we'll see you tomorrow or next week's Hangout, where we're going to be talking about organized planning. Okay? I believe that's the next chapter. Oh, wait, sorry. No, it's not. It's imagination, actually. Sorry, guys. Next chapter is going to be imagination. That's what we're going to be talking about next week. All right, Karen? Go ahead and any last words, Karen, and we'll close it off.
Yeah, man. I just wanted to thank you guys for coming out and watching us, man. We appreciate it dearly. Do you know what I mean? And we're just here to, you know, share the knowledge that we learn and share the value that we create. Do you know what I mean? And we don't want people to make the same mistakes we've made. So with that, man, I just wanted to end with the same quote I use every week, which, you know, we always use. Me and my man Jose and Mr. Carlos Ebanks, we've used this since we've met each other. Do you know what I mean? And we're always going to use it because it's a very powerful quote. And if you let this marinate in your mind, you're unstoppable. And the quote is, whatever the mind of man/woman can conceive and believe, the mind can achieve. So we're going to leave it at that, guys. But yeah, man, we're here.
That's all we have, guys. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you guys next week, all right? Have a blessed week. Have fun. Feel good. Feel happy. And make the best out of all situations. All right, guys? Thank you.
Nice.